Okay, so you're here because you like to understand complicated stuff, but you don't really have the time to, wade through mountains of articles and books, right? I mean, that's why we do this show.
Yeah, absolutely.
So today, we're diving deep into something you see all the time.
Hmm.
It's animation.
Yeah,
But we want to figure out, when does it actually help you learn and when is it just visual noise?
right.
So have you ever stared blankly at some complicated animation and you're like, wait a minute, what am I supposed to be getting out of this?
Happens all the time.
If you have, then this is the deep dive for you.
This is it.
So our goal today is to use solid research and cut through the confusion around animation and really understand how it can be a really valuable tool for learning.
Yeah,
And particularly in things like, science and math explanations,
absolutely.
where things can get a little abstract.
Yeah, it can get tricky.
So we don't just want to look at whether animation can work.
Right.
We want to understand the specific ways that it needs to be used to really boost understanding.
Absolutely.
So our guide for this is a really cool review paper called Animation as an Aid to Multimedia Learning.
Oh, yeah, classic.
It's by Richard Mayer and Roxana Moreno.
I love those guys.
Yeah, so it came out in 2002.
Yeah, so it's been around for a while.
It has some history, but the core ideas are all about how our brains process information,
Right, so it's foundational.
which makes it just as relevant today, if not more so in our crazy visually saturated world.
Yeah, definitely.
So our mission today is to extract the key principles from this research.
Yep,
So you walk away with these practical insights that you can actually use.
totally.
Yeah. So the big thing that I think is really interesting is that they shifted the focus away from a simple, does animation work?
Yeah. Does it work or not?
So here's a binary.
To a more nuanced question, like when and how.
When and how does animation work best for you?
Exactly. They're not just saying animation is good or bad.
Right. It's
Yeah.
all about how it's used. They're looking at the conditions
The condition.
and the ways it can support the learning process for you.
Exactly.
Now, they talk a lot about this idea of multimedia learning.
Multimedia learning.
When they say that,
Yeah.
what do they really mean?
Well, it's definitely more than just having a picture next to some text.
Yeah.
So in their framework, multimedia learning happens when information is presented to you in both verbal forms, like spoken words or text on the screen,
Okay, so
words, but also pictorial forms.
Yeah.
And that can include anything from static images to videos
Pictures.
and, of course, animations.
Oh, okay, got it.
So the emphasis here is really on how you process the information that's coming in through both your visual and your auditory senses.
Yeah.
And I think understanding that dual pathway is fundamental to all of this.
Yeah. Seeing and hearing.
Exactly.
Okay, I got
So
it.
we're not just talking about a textbook where it's all visual.
Right.
We're talking about engaging both those channels, the visual and the auditory.
Got it.
And the paper gives a couple of examples to sort of illustrate this.
Okay.
So we have Alice, who is trying to learn about creating cartoons using some text and a bit of animation.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Beth, who is trying to learn about physics concepts by playing a game
Oh, okay, cool.
that uses animations and gives her some verbal feedback.
So it's not just about passively watching something.
No, it's active.
It's also about interacting.
Right, you're interacting with the information.
Okay, cool.
So, multimedia learning is a very dynamic process.
Right. So they dig into these two different ideas about how we learn when we're getting information, both from our eyes and our ears.
Yeah.
And they start with something called the information delivery theory,
Yeah, information delivery theory.
which sounds like pouring information into your brain.
Yeah, just, downloading it.
That just transfer it right in there.
Yeah.
Just getting it into your memory.
That's the essence of it.
Yeah.
So get it in there.
So from that perspective, multimedia tools like animation
Yeah.
are just a different way to deliver that information to you.
Right, they're just vessels,
Yeah.
different modes of delivery.
Okay.
But a more, flexible take on this theory
Okay.
acknowledges that you might have a preference
Yeah.
for how you receive information.
Oh, great.
Some people prefer to read.
Right.
Some people prefer visuals.
Right.
So offering both could be helpful
Yeah.
in that way.
Yeah. So it's about matching the delivery method
Exactly.
to your own personal preference.
That's right.
Okay. But Mayer and Moreno, they argue for a deeper level of learning
Yes, they do.
called the cognitive theory of multimedia learning.
Yes, cognitive theory of multimedia learning.
And that sounds like it's about what's happening in your brain,
Yeah, exactly.
not just how the information is getting there.
It's about how you're processing it.
Yeah. Okay, so the cognitive theory of multimedia learning proposes that meaningful learning happens when you actively build those mental connections in your own mind.
You're creating your own understanding.
Right. And this isn't passive.
No, no, no. This is work.
This is an active process.
Yeah, active mental work.
Right. You're building something.
That's right.
Okay.
And so this theory is built on 3 key ideas.
Okay, let's take a look at those.
All right.
So first is the dual channel assumption.
The dual channel assumption.
What does that tell us about how our brains take in information?
Well, it basically says that you have separate channels in your brain for processing visual and verbal information.
Okay.
So think of it as like 2 distinct streams of information going in.
2 streams.
One for what you see and one for what you hear.
Okay, so visual and verbal.
Visual and verbal, exactly.
Like that makes sense.
Yeah, intuitively.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we all kind of know that, but this really sort of formalizes it.
Right, right.
Okay.
So the second big idea is the limited capacity assumption.
Yes, limited capacity.
And this means that each of those channels
Visual and verbal can only process a certain amount of information
at once.
at one time.
Yeah, you can't overload those channels without sort of hindering learning.
Yeah.
It's like trying to drink from a fire hose.
Yeah. You know, it's like trying to juggle too many balls.
Exactly. Something's going to drop.
Something's going to drop.
Yeah.
So don't overload either channel.
That's right.
Okay, got it. And the third key assumption.
Active processing.
Okay. This is where the magic happens.
This is it. This is where learning really happens.
So active processing means you're not just passively absorbing information.
No.
You are actively selecting the important parts.
Selecting,
organizing them, and then connecting them
integrate
to what you already know.
That's where real understanding takes root.
So you're building something.
You're constructing your own knowledge in your mind.
Okay, so how does this theory explain why using animation and narration together can be so effective for you?
Well, because you're essentially presenting related information simultaneously through both channels. So you have the visual animation and you have the auditory narration. And that allows you to build these stronger mental connections.
So you're creating 2 different representations in your working memory.
That's right. A visual one and a verbal one.
And then you're working to link them together.
And you're actively working to link them.
You're building a bridge.
You're building a bridge, exactly.
Between these 2 things.
Yeah, and the paper even has a diagram.
Oh, cool.
Figure 1.
Okay.
That illustrates this process.
Okay.
Of selecting, organizing, and integrating information coming through both channels.
So seeing the process animated while hearing it explained
at the same time
allows you to create this like richer, more interconnected.
It's like a richer mental model.
Yeah.
It's more robust.
Mental picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Mayer and Moreno and their colleagues did a bunch of research.
Tons of research.
Looking at this, and they came up with...
Yeah, they wanted to test this theory.
These 7 key principles.
7 principles.
For using animation effectively in learning.
That's right.
And this is where we get to the rubber meets the road, stuff you can actually use.
Practical stuff.
Okay, the first one is called the multimedia principle.
Yeah, the multimedia principle.
It's not fancy.
It's actually pretty straightforward.
Okay.
Basically, it says that you learn more effectively from a combination of animation and spoken words than from just spoken words alone.
Okay, so words and picture.
Yeah, words and pictures together.
Better than just words.
Better than just words.
Okay, why is that?
Well, remember, our cognitive framework.
Yeah.
You're using both your visual and auditory channels.
Right.
And that allows you to build those connections.
Build those bridges.
Build the bridges between the 2.
Right, okay. And they actually did research on this, right?
They did tons of research on this.
Yeah, and it seems like it really backed it up.
Yeah, the research is very solid on this.
The median effect size was 1.74 across 4 different studies.
Which is huge.
That's a big difference.
A huge effect.
Yeah, so they were looking at how things work.
Yeah, like pumps.
Like pumps work.
Car brakes.
Yeah.
Even math concepts.
Oh, wow.
And they found that consistently.
Yeah.
Adding that visual explanation led to better problem-solving skills.
So you could actually apply the knowledge.
Exactly.
Better.
It wasn't just about memorizing facts.
Right.
It was about understanding the underlying principles.
Yeah. So the big takeaway here is when you're trying to learn or teach something complex, especially something visual.
Yeah. If it has a visual component.
Always pair the visual with a verbal explanation.
Exactly.
Don't just rely on one or the other.
That's right.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
It's like 1 + 1 = 3.
Right. Okay, cool.
You get more bang for your buck.
The second principle is the spatial contiguity principle.
Spatial contiguity.
Contiguity just means being close together in space.
Yes, proximity.
Right. Okay, so what does this tell us about where to put things on a screen?
On the screen. Yeah, so Basically, the spatial contiguity principle suggests that you understand better when on-screen text is placed right next to
Okay.
the part of the animation that it's referring to.
So close together.
Close together rather than far away.
Yeah.
Because when the text is close to the visual,
Yeah.
your brain doesn't have to work as hard
To connect the two.
to scan the screen and make those connections.
Right.
It reduces that mental effort,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah. So it's all about making it easy for your brain to link the visual and the text.
Exactly. Efficiency.
The paper talks about this example about lightning storms.
Uh-huh.
And, they found that putting the text right next to where the action is
Right next to it.
led to better learning than having the text far away at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, far away.
And the effect size here was 0.48.
Which is moderate, but still significant.
Yeah, still a good bump.
Still a good bump, yeah.
So the key thing here is if you have text explaining part of an animation,
Yes.
make sure that the text is right there with the animation.
Exactly. Keep it close.
Keep them close together.
Especially if you're working with limited screen real estate.
Okay. All right, let's move on to the third principle.
Okay.
Temporal contiguity.
Temporal contiguity.
So temporal refers to time.
Yeah.
So this is about when the narration and the animation
When things happen,
should be presented?
timing is everything.
Right.
So the temporal contiguity principle says that the narration explaining an animation should be presented at the same time
Okay.
as the animation.
Okay, so simultaneously.
So simultaneously rather than with a delay.
Okay, so not like see the animation and then hear the explanation?
No, not like a voiceover later.
It's all happening.
Everything's happening together.
Together,
You-
middle time.
Okay.
Right.
And again, this
What
is
we're getting here is similar to spatial contiguity. Okay.
when you present them simultaneously,
Yeah.
it allows you to hold both the visual and verbal information
In your working memory.
in your working memory at the same time.
Yeah.
And you can connect them more easily.
Connect them right there in the moment.
Exactly.
And they did a ton of research on this as well.
Tons.
8 positive tests with a median effect size of 1.30.
Again, a huge effect size.
That's a big number.
Yeah.
So they looked at things like
Car brakes,
car brakes,
water pumps,
water pumps.
lightning,
Uh-huh.
even how the lungs work,
Oh, wow. A variety of
all
things.
sorts of things.
Yeah. Okay. So the takeaway here is when you have animation being explained, the explanation should be happening while you're watching it,
Right there in the moment.
not before or after.
Not delayed.
Okay.
It's all about synchronicity.
Got it.
Okay.
The fourth principle is the coherence principle.
Coherence.
So coherence means things kind of like stick together and make sense.
Everything fits together nicely.
How does that apply to animation?
So in this context, the coherence principle basically advises us to get rid of any extra words, sounds, or visuals
Okay.
that aren't directly relevant to the learning goal.
So extraneous stuff.
Yeah, extraneous stuff. Cut it out. Get rid of it.
Kind of-
Because it can actually distract you.
Yeah, it's like noise.
Yeah, it's noise, exactly.
Yeah.
And it pulls your attention and your mental resources away from what you're supposed to be focusing on.
Right.
Have you ever watched a learning video?
Uh-huh.
And there's like all this extra stuff going on.
Oh, yeah.
It's distracting.
It's super distracting.
And this principle explains why that happens and how to avoid it.
Yeah. Okay. So they did some research on this too, and
Yeah.
they found that, adding extra verbal details or
Mm-hmm.
even interesting but irrelevant video
Or like background music.
Yeah.
When it's not needed.
to an explanation
Yeah.
actually made learning worse.
Worse.
So it actually backfired.
Yeah, sometimes more is less.
Yeah. The median effect size here was 0.90 across 5 studies.
So again, a pretty strong effect.
Yeah. So less is more.
Less is more when it comes to coherence.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the fifth principle is the modality principle.
Modality.
And modality refers to like the way that information is presented.
Yeah, like visual or auditory.
Right. So what does this principle tell us about the best way to present words along with animation?
So the modality principle basically suggests that it's more effective to present animation with spoken narration
Okay.
rather than with on-screen text.
Okay, so narration is better
Narration's better than text
than text on the
on the screen.
Okay, and why is that?
Because when you see both animation and text,
Yeah.
it can overload your visual processing channel.
Oh, it's too much stuff to look at.
It's too much for your eyes to handle.
Okay.
But if the words are presented through your ears as narration,
Okay.
then the workload is shared
Okay.
between the visual and the auditory.
Right, so it's more balanced
It's balanced.
between your senses.
More efficient
Oh,
processing.
okay, got it.
Yeah.
And this was backed up by research as well.
Yes. They found a median effect size of 1.17.
Okay.
across 6 studies
Wow.
looking at explanations of lightning,
Okay.
car brakes, and how plants grow.
So again, a variety of
All
topics.
sorts of things.
Yeah, so the takeaway here is when you have animation, use spoken words to explain it
Yeah,
rather than writing out the explanation.
exactly.
Yeah.
Use that auditory channel.
Right.
Let the visuals do their thing.
Yeah.
Fair.
The sixth principle is the redundancy principle.
Redundancy.
Redundancy usually means that something is repeated unnecessarily.
Yeah, like it's superfluous.
Yeah. Okay, so what's considered redundant when it comes to multimedia learning?
So the redundancy principle builds on the modality principle.
Okay.
And it suggests that it's less effective to use animation narration and on-screen text that repeats the narration.
Oh, okay.
So if you're saying it and showing it,
Yeah,
that's too much.
that's redundant.
Yeah, it's redundant and it can actually hinder learning.
Oh, wow, even though it seems like you're reinforcing it.
Yeah, you'd think so, right?
You'd think it would help.
But it actually overloads the visual channel
Yeah.
without giving any new information to the auditory channel.
So the auditory channel is just sitting there,
It's like, come on, give me something new.
bored.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so they found a moderate effect size here
Yeah. 0.77.
across 2 studies on lightning.
Yeah. So it's not as strong as some of the other effects,
Yeah.
but it's still significant.
But still worth noting.
Yeah, don't repeat yourself,
Right.
especially when you've got animation.
So the takeaway here is don't repeat the narration as on-screen text when you already have animation.
Exactly.
Got it.
Keep it clean.
And finally, the 7th principle is the personalization principle.
Ah, personalization.
And this sounds like it's about the tone of the narration.
Yeah, the style of the language.
Yeah, right. Okay, so.
The personalization principle says that you understand and learn more deeply
Uh-huh.
when the narration uses a conversational and friendly style
Okay.
rather than a formal academic one.
Yeah.
And this often involves using words like I and you.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking to you right now.
Yeah.
It's like we're having a conversation.
Right.
And the idea is that this makes you feel more engaged, more actively involved in the learning process.
It's more human.
It's human.
It's not like
It's not a robot talking to you.
some robot voice.
It's like a friend
Yeah.
explaining something.
Or a mentor.
Or a mentor, exactly.
Okay.
So it creates this kind of like
Social connection.
social connection. Yeah.
And that helps people learn.
Yeah. It makes it more enjoyable too,
Right.
which is important.
Yeah. And this also was backed up by research.
Yeah. Big time.
A pretty big effect size.
1.55.
Wow. Across 5 studies on lightning and plant growth.
So again, it applies to lots of different subjects,
Yeah.
not just science.
Right. Okay, so the takeaway here is a more personal,
Yeah.
conversational tone can really enhance learning.
Makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've gone through all 7 principles.
7.
And, you know, it's amazing how these guidelines
Yeah.
can make a huge difference.
And how effective animation is.
Huge.
Yeah. But Mayer and Moreno emphasize
Mhm.
that animation is not a magic bullet.
It's not a silver bullet.
Just because you use animation
Right.
doesn't mean people are automatically going to learn.
It has to be used thoughtfully
Right.
in line with these principles.
Right.
And they specifically caution against what they call glitzy animations.
Ah.
That might look impressive,
Flashy. Yeah, all flashy.
but they don't actually lead to any deeper understanding.
It's all style over substance.
Right.
You know?
So it's not just about making things move.
No.
It's about making those movements meaningful
Meaningful.
and align with how our brains work.
Yeah.
So the big takeaway here is that when animation is designed with a real understanding
With intention.
of how we learn,
How the brain works.
it can be an incredibly powerful tool,
Incredibly powerful for grasping complex ideas.
especially in science and math.
Yes.
Our things can get very abstract.
It's not just about making things move.
Right.
It's about supporting those core cognitive processes
Yeah,
of selecting, organizing, and integrating information.
exactly.
So I think the big question for you, the listener,
Yeah.
is how might these principles apply to the things that you encounter every day?
Yeah, the visual aids that you see,
The animations that you see?
or even the ones that you create
Yeah, if you're making a presentation
in your own work,
or trying to learn something,
or if you're trying to teach someone something.
even outside of like school.
Yeah, in everyday life.
Right?
Could you be a more critical observer
Yeah.
and a more informed creator
Yeah.
by keeping these principles in mind?
Right?
Because this stuff is everywhere now.
Animation is everywhere.
It's ubiquitous.
And it's not always used effectively.
No, it did not.
So think about how these principles might apply to the stuff that you see in your everyday life.
Make it work for you.
Thanks for taking this deep dive with us.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
We hope it's given you a much clearer view
Pun intended.
of how animation can really help you understand
Absolutely.
and maybe even make you a little bit more critical of the animations that you see out there.
Yeah, be discerning.
Yeah.
All right.
See you next time.
See you later.